Data types. Now data types tell you which type of data can be stored in an identifier. What identifier is, I'll just tell you. But before that, there are different kinds of data types like int, float, double, char, and bool. And there are examples of these. Int is like an integer, float is like some number with decimal values, and double is same as float but with twice the precision. So after dot there will be many more values that double can hold, and usually when you just write a decimal value it will be by default double. Then there is a char data type which is for character, like example A7. It stores a single character within single quotes. Then there is bool which stores just two values, also called binary values, 0 or 1. It is usually used for on, off, or true, false kind of situations. And these are actually all the data types that C has. There is short int, unsigned short int, unsigned int, long int. They just differ by the range of values that they can hold. Like short int, for example, can hold values between this and this, and it takes size of 2 bytes, and int takes size of 4 bytes. This again depends on your machine. In your machine, int might be taking 2 bytes. So let's see how these work. Let's create an integer type of variable called num, which will be equal to 25. Now in order to show it on the screen, we write some special format specifiers for each of these. If it is int, we will use %d. So this is and after comma you will write the number here. Build. As you can see, this num takes the place of %d. So as the range of int is this much, you can say from minus this to plus this much values. So in case of short int, if we write short here and instead of %d we use hd, which is a format specifier for short int. Just put h here, and now you will see it will give you the same result as it can hold 25. But if you give it 32768, let's see what happens then. 32768, it gives you 32768 in negative. This is because the range of short int is till 32767, and if it is given 32768, which is more than this, it will go back to this value and will start printing from here. So that is something you should be careful of. So same way all these int are. Then there is unsigned short, which means without negative numbers. It increases the range towards the positive end. The same way it happens for unsigned int. And for long int, unsigned long int is this much, which is twice of this. Let's see what signed char does. It has range of -128 to 127. What signed char does is ch equals, you always use characters within single quotes. So if you give it u here and write the specifier for signed char, which is c, and then write ch here, build, and run it, you will see the same character that ch has come on this screen. By the way, this screen is called console window. I think I didn't told you this before. So that was about signed char. Then there is unsigned char, which is twice the positive value that signed char can hold. Then there is float, which holds decimal values. Float 2.7, and instead of C we will use F here and flow here. So as you can see, this is how float works. It adds some extra zeros for the precision. And now we can use double. As you can see, you cannot use do here, as do is a reserved word, which I'll be telling you pretty soon. So we use do one here and the same thing here. Build it, and after running it you will see that this also holds decimal value as float does. So this was all about data types in C. Next is reserved words or keywords. These are the words that you cannot use while making variables here or some function. Like if you make a function here int while, and now if you build it, there will be an error. So this is because while is a reserved word, as you can see here. There it is. So you cannot use it while making your own user-defined identifiers. This here is an identifier, and this also is an identifier. This is a special kind of an identifier called variable, and this is a special kind of identifier called function name. So that's about keywords. Keywords can only be used for special purposes which they are defined for in C. Then there are identifiers. These are user defined, whereas keywords are built in. They are already defined by the vendor. So these are given to variables, functions, or structures, as you saw here. So but there are some rules while defining your own user-defined identifiers. They should be alphabets, digits, or underscores while giving a name to an identifier. And the first character is always alphabet or underscore, and it should not be a keyword, which is reserved word here. So these rules should be kept in mind, or else error will come. So let's try to break these rules. Let me erase this, and instead of do one here, let me write one do here, and as you can see there is an error. Okay, let me change this one also. Now run it, and as you can see invalid suffix, and as you can see there is an error because you cannot use digits as the first character in an identifier. Now we have variable. It is used to store value. Declaration of a variable is done this way, int a, and when you give declaration to a variable, memory is provided to that variable and some garbage value is taken by it. So let's see what it is. When we use a variable like int x and we don't give it any value, and then we try to print it, what we get is some random value, some garbage value. So this is called the declaration. And one more thing you can do is, in order to prevent it from acquiring a garbage value, is to give it some value yourself. Now if you build it and run it, it will show you the value that you have given it instead of the garbage value that it could acquire otherwise. So when you declare a variable, memory is given to it and some garbage value is taken by it. But after you initialize it like this, the garbage value is replaced by the value that you give here. So this is about variables. Then comes the constants. Constants are like numbers such as 34, this and this, or character constants such as a, c, 9, or string constants such as hello world. You can define constant like this: constant, type of constant, name, and value. Let me show you. Const int x. Now this value cannot be changed. 30 is here. Now let me try to change it. X equals to 10. And now compile it. You will get an error saying assignment of read-only variable x is the error, because now this variable has become read-only, which is constant, and you cannot change its value. Instead, if it was only int here, in that case this could have happened, no error. So one more thing that you can see here is that you can do declaration and initialization at the same time. So that was about constants. So that's it. Let me show you something more about this %d. Let's say we have two int variables like x and y, and we want to print both of these. X is and y is %d. So for this %d, you write the variable here, and after the comma you write the variable for this, and that is y. Now if you build it and run it, you will see that this x acquired the position here and this y acquired the position here. So that's what I wanted to show you. And one more thing, instead of y you could have written 50 or something else here. That would also work. So that's all for now. I hope you liked the video, and subscribe because I'm trying to post videos every day, and click on that bell icon which comes after you subscribe so that you can get notified when I upload a new video. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.